evening.
We will be
How's
talking to.
everybody doing tonight?
We are good. We are good. We're excited about this topic because I want to see if anybody gonna call in and talk to us so we can talk back. Five one
Yeah.
five 599 1687. What do you think about the topic? Childish behaviors. Is it okay when your mate display childish behaviors? What you think about that, Miss Mink?
You know what? Hey, this hot. It's gonna be hot and juicy for the simple fact and reason being, I know we all have experienced that particular thing right there on both ends. Hey, a little bit of that female doing it and a little bit of that male doing it, but sometimes someone is a little bit more dominant than others.
Exactly, exactly. And don't get me wrong. In a relationship, it's cool to be. Not, I ain't gonna say childish, but it's cool to laugh and have fun and you know what I'm saying, play around and stuff like that. And you can call that childish, but you have to know the limits to being childish when it's time to be serious and when it's time to, you know what I'm saying, get down to business. That's not a time to be childish. So, we just want to hear from y'all. It's a fun topic, but it's also a serious topic. Call in, talk to us. We're going to talk back. 515-599-1687. Miss Mink and your girl, Miss Kiwi, is waiting for you guys to tune in to this hot topic. But
Yes,
until then, of course, Fast Lane, he'll be here shortly. So, shout out to Fast Lane 747. He'll be in the building shortly. But moving right along.
so could we say a little bit of tardiness is a little bit of a childish behavior?
Hey, hey, sometimes people think they on time, but they always late. Hey, but hey,
Yes, so yeah, we really want to hear from our audience tonight in reference to this because it's really juicy. When I was doing a little bit of background research on this, I found a really interesting article, which I'll read a little bit of it a little bit later. But you know, I'm wondering when like you stated before, Miss Kiwi, it's good to have fun because that adds spice
yeah,
to
it
the
do.
relationship, or even whether you married or whether you just in a relationship. That it's always that spice to joke around
Yeah,
and all of
to
that
have
stuff, and a little bit
fun.
of it to me is sexy.
Yeah,
However, when it's time to be that adult, that's when it becomes annoying. That's when it becomes annoying.
exactly, exactly. And you
So
go ahead,
no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say when it and when you you already supposed to be a adult, so you supposed to know when to cut the childishness off and get back to business or get back to something serious or the conversation or whatever it is that's going on. But I just want to hear from the people about this. How do you and your mate get along? With the childishness. Is it annoying to you? Do you like it? Some people might say it turned them on. So hey, you just never know. But
Yeah, so is there ever a point where it needs to be turned off? I mean, like
most
you said,
definitely,
some people like
most
it.
definitely, when you taking care of business, we don't need nothing about a child nowhere around. We need some adult situation going on, some adult answers, some adult, whatever. I don't need nothing childish going on when I'm taking care of my business. Cause a child
Right,
can't
because
handle business.
that saying, a child needs to stay
Stay
in
in
a
a
child's
child's place.
place.
Yeah, you did.
So,
So can you
when you
imagine me sending Bella up there? Bella, go on up there and pay my electric bill for me. She
hey,
only
wait a minute now.
9.
Wait a minute now. She might be able to.
Well,
She
the,
might
the
be able
point of
to.
it is that she might be able to though, because they are being taught. But I'm just saying, you're not going to expect a 9-year-old to be able to go into a store and pay the electric bill. So, I mean, I'm just using that as an example, but there's a whole lot of things that, when you supposed to be an adult and not a child, in a relationship when you being serious. It might be a
Right.
serious matter. I don't need you being a child. I need you to be that man or that woman. Hold on, we got a call, Miss May.
All right, caller.
Call from.
But
To accept, press 1.
Hello, hello. Can you hear us, caller?
yes, I can.
All
Hello,
right
my
now.
beautiful.
How are you?
Hi.
Doing good, doing lovely. How are my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people?
I can't complain. I'm here in the living, baby. That's if I don't get nothing else after that, baby, I'm good. I'm gonna make everything else work for me. You hear me?
That's right. Absolutely.
Yes, yes. So how you doing on this evening?
Doing beautifully, and I'm loving the subject. I'm definitely
Yes.
loving the subject.
All right, now we'll talk to
So
us.
what you
Now,
think about it?
what if we put kids in grown situations
Yeah.
where they are paying to be?
Well,
Because you done sucked them in their direction and told them to do that.
Well, caller, tonight is not about the kids tonight. Tonight we're actually talking about childish behavior with your mate. So, and your mate could be a husband
Oh,
or a
because
boyfriend
I
or
was just
well, I'm not
thinking,
going to say boyfriend, girlfriend unless you're a teenager or a young adult, but it could be your man or your woman or your husband or your wife. We're not talking about the kids tonight. We're just talking about childish behaviors with your mate. What you think about that? Can you deal with childish behaviors? Some people it turn on,
now
some people they can't.
I started with that to say that your mate may have been put in a grown situation that has them not been developed
Oh, okay, I got you. I
And
got
you
you.
know
and
what?
they're acting grown now
Okay.
because they was put in a grown
I
situation.
got you. I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize. Go ahead and
Yes.
finish.
Now, we talking about it.
All right now. Talk about it.
And you know what? That's good because in that article that I read, that was a part of it. That was something that I was going to touch on too a little bit later. But I'm so glad that our caller brought that up. So what do you think about that, caller? Elaborate a little bit more on it for us.
Are you still there, caller?
That's what breaks our strong mind of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because we put in situations that we rule,
So let me
but
ask you
we
this,
get put
caller.
into it through sex.
So let me ask you this. At what point of time when you become an adult do you take responsibility for that? Even though as a child you might have been put in grown people situations. So when you become adult, you kind of have them childish ways still, because you kind of want to live that childhood that you might have missed out. But when you become adult, at what point do you you know accept the childish ways or deal with it or whatever the case may
That's
be?
when you want to. Because at this point, you're only responsible for yourself and where you want to grow at. Because it goes back, you want to blame the childhood for what you are today. But if you haven't grown out that cycle or wanted to have growth within yourself, how can you get over that?
And you do, yeah, you bring up a good point because sometimes it is hard for some people to get past those childish behaviors when it is that they've had to deal with growing up sooner than what they possibly should have when they were a child. So they weren't able to be in a child's place when they were children. They had to be that adult. And now that they're that adult, they reverted back to that childhood because they never had a childhood. So that's really
There
interesting.
you go.
You
Yeah.
got a good point.
Yeah.
There you go. go. There you go. Well, we welcome Fast Lane in 747.
Yes.
Definitely in the building. How you doing on this evening? You looking Rique Suave today?
Yeah, I'm blessed.
That's what's up. That's what's
You
up.
refreshed, brother.
Yeah.
Well, hello, people.
Yes,
Long time no hear. Look.
What's up, cousin?
Yeah,
What's the
so
deal,
Fast
mommy?
Lane, we just talking about childish behaviors around your mate, with your mate, just kind of seeing how the people think about that, being childish around your mate.
Well, I guess
And I had asked the question earlier, when is it okay and when is enough enough?
So that's what
There
the
you go.
caller was speaking on.
I guess it's okay if we both laughing and having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? And enough is enough when one person laughing and the other one ain't. You see what I'm saying? Bottom line, just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Oh, shoot that cuz. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. And that's so true though. And that's what I said earlier. I said, it's okay in a relationship to have fun, to laugh, because you'd rather be laughing and having fun than be mad and all,
serious
all the
Now,
time.
nobody want to spend all day arguing for no reason.
But on the other hand, when it comes time to being serious, I need you to be that man or that woman to be able to take care of your business and, do what you got to do and not be childish in doing it. So, yeah, that's what we talking about. So go ahead, caller. We go ahead and finish saying what you were saying.
When do the time we take the time to grow up? You see, some light bulbs don't go off on everybody.
That's true.
And that's true.
And sometimes we be expecting for the light bulb to go off because ours done went off.
That's true.
And we can't expect that light bulb for everybody.
I guess they play a part of knowing your mate.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
They play a major part of friendship.
That's true. But sometimes your mate can surprise you.
True indeed,
And
because
he
you
can,
really
she
don't
can.
know.
Exactly.
Like, we learn ourselves on a daily, you know what I mean? Every day we grow, you know what I mean? You
Always.
start realizing certain things you like, certain things you don't. You grow out of certain things. And that's what I mean, like your mate got to be recognized. And as you growing on certain things, you kind of put down certain things. You don't like doing certain things no more, or certain things you ain't entertained by. And that play a part of a person paying attention to you. You know what I'm saying? Just as well as, a person say, oh, my back hurt. And they keep saying it, and you ain't saying, well, baby, you want me to rub it?
Exactly.
It's simple things, though, that you supposed
there
to pay
you
attention
go.
to.
There you go.
So
because
if somebody playing too much.
We're paying attention. You got to pay attention.
Yeah, because if somebody playing too much,
To
and this
your
is somebody
mate.
you around all the time, you really don't want to get on their nerves. You want to make them
Exactly.
you want to make them comfortable. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's a good statement.
And that's where the matureness come in at. Because you only pay attention to your mate when you're mature enough to be like, listen, I want him to pay attention just as well as he want me to pay attention to him.
Exactly. So what you was finna say, Miss Mink?
I would like to just kind of give a definition of what I found in reference to what it means if a person has childish behaviors. So this basically, from a psychology standpoint, it signifies that you have not yet accepted the reality of that adulthood. You still have that mental reality of still being in that childlike form, but you're actually in an adult body. Some people, like our caller has stated, developmentally is delayed. Delayed in being able to manage their emotions. Someone's psychological or emotional age is often different from their actual I guess you would say growth or body age. And I found that really interesting in this article that I had read. So I'm gonna kind of touch bases a little bit more on that later, but I just wanted to kind of give a definition of what I found.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's like you said, that is an emotionally Some, when it comes to childish
But it's
ways,
true.
it is very much so, but it all stems with emotions as well. So, like you said, sometimes when people have not experienced that childhood,
Right.
when they become an adult, they be more energetic, more funny, more, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it be at the wrong time or at the wrong moment, and it's just you. That's a part of the communication between you and your mate, though. You have to be. That's why I say communication is the key. And a lot of people be saying you nagging, or it's a difference in straight nagging, or as opposed to I'm asking you a question and trying to get clarity. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Childish is okay, but you got to know when and when not to, especially being an adult.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Unless
Key
you
word
really
is
dealing with a mental,
emotion.
because, a mental
If
issue.
you have
So,
never been taught to deal with your emotions and you never dealt with childhood trauma, that spills over into your adulthood.
and that's true. That's true. But hey, we appreciate you calling in, caller. We always appreciate it. And hey, we got other callers that's trying to call in. So hey, you're more than
Bring it
welcome to.
on, bring it
Yeah,
on,
you're more
because the
than welcome to try to
conversation is
call back though.
indeed.
You're more than welcome to call back, caller. We
That's
appreciate you.
fine. I just wanted to open the floodgates. I just want to
Thank
open the floodgates.
you.
I love y'all, and why
So
not say it?
Why not say it?
yeah,
Yeah, so
appreciate you calling.
hey, it's just about the people. It's about you and your mate. What it is that what kind of understanding that you have. Because
Mhm.
some people so stern in their relationships to where. If the other mate is, they take the fun away. If the other mate is trying to bring a little laughter or a little childish into the play, as you may say, some people don't even they don't want to laugh. They don't want to do none of that. So how do you deal with
Mhm.
people like that and you in a relationship?
That's one of the
That-
things. Like, my bad, Miss Mink. You want to go?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead, Fastlane.
To me, I feel like that's like learning a person, like that part of a person. You gotta be willing to accept it and work with it, or you gotta let them know. You gotta address it, and if they ain't willing to work on it or change it, that's gonna be an issue that's gonna bother y'all relationship.
Right.
Because me myself, I have my days, and I feel like the person I rock with, you got to be able to
Learn the
recognize
person.
those
Yep.
times where I'm not in that playful mode,
Move.
because I
Yep.
might be just serious about trying to take care of my business, and I need to be focused. And she might be wanting to be playing, and and that becomes a distraction. You know what I'm saying? So that childish behavior, you don't want that to become a distraction to your mate, because while they taking care of something serious, you want to be playing, or you're acting real childish, or any conversation you're taking it in the wrong way. That's all negative energy. You know what I mean? So it throws off the relationship. So it's.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's about knowing that person you next to and knowing when to turn it off, because that can really become a headache. You know what I mean?
So would you say insecurity is a part of being childish?
That would be a part of the person. Like that would, I guess, the individual itself, if they acting out because they feeling insecure about something. You know what I'm saying? Like if they thinking a certain way and they don't know how to tell the person, so they acting out in a childish way. A lot of people can't communicate good when it comes
Oh,
to their
yes.
feelings. They let their
Yes.
feelings control they mind. You know what I'm saying? So they don't be able to. They be wanting to say certain things, so instead of them communicating with you, they act out in certain ways. And to me, that's a form of childish behavior, because you acting
I was
out,
gonna
I ain't
ask
gonna
that.
pick up on what you're trying to tell me. I might read the signal the wrong way. I might be thinking you're trying to push me away. Whole time you trying to tell me something, but at the same time you acting like a monkey. So I'm just thinking you acting like a monkey.
Right.
I don't know which way you're trying to tell me. So
Exactly.
when you,
So what if they trying to tell you and you don't want to hear it? So then, they act out. Would it still be considered childish, insecure, or, because,
well,
some
then
people.
that might be you acting childish.
Okay.
As far as the person that don't want to hear it, because if you really care about this person, you got to take time out. You got to call her.
Okay, we got a caller. Hold on, y'all. We got another caller on the
Oh yeah, it's
Call
getting
from
hot in here, like Nelly said.
Caller, can you hear us? Hello, hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear.
All
How you
right.
doing,
Welcome
man? How
in,
you
caller.
today, caller?
I am doing great, and you, I am lovely.
That I appreciate you calling in. So we're just talking about childish behaviors with your mates. So what's your intake on that?
Childish behavior with my mate. Okay, it all boils down to accountability.
Okay.
Tell
Yeah.
us a
So
little bit
you
more
got to be
about that. When you
accountability
say
for
accountability.
your actions,
Okay.
and that plays a part in everything. Because you
Accountability.
can't shift blame from one person to the next. You got to take accountability for yourself and your
Mm-hmm.
actions.
Okay. Okay.
But what if you don't want to?
Say it again.
What if
Let's
you
make
don't want to take that accountability?
What if you don't want to?
Uh-huh.
Well, the relationship is not going to go no further. If you don't take accountability for your actions, you can't take accountability for nobody else's actions.
That's true. That's true.
So at the end
That's
of the
true.
day, if you can't accept responsibility for your own actions, then the relationship is doomed.
exactly.
I'm going to just be honest.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this, caller. How long would you deal with someone that doesn't take accountability for their actions?
And before you answer that, it's still, or even with the questions she's asking, is that a part of being childish?
Yeah.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, go ahead and answer the question.
Yeah.
Because I just want people to
So,
still understand we're talking about being childish now. Go ahead.
yeah, so if you don't take accountability for your own actions, the relationship is not going to last. And I'll say, you can give or take maybe a month or two, but anything after that and you don't, accept responsibility, it's not going because it's going to be always a back and forth type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah, because you can't always shift blame and blame it on somebody else.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's
Yeah,
true. We
it's
do
not
have
going
to
to
be
work.
accountable for our own actions. And then, too, how childish or how goofy are you yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I like to laugh. I enjoy laughing. But
Me too. Me
when
too. Me too.
when I'm being serious as far as taking care of business, or if it's something that's bothering my mate, that's not a time for, I feel, for you to be acting
Be serious.
childish.
Yeah.
I feel that's a time when you supposed to really be that adult and listen to what's being said so that you can retain it and y'all can kind of figure out how can we move or go forward from this. But if you're not listening, then how can you even try to come up with a solution to the problem that y'all having? You can't. That's why the
Right.
problem is going to
Yeah.
continue to grow, and then it really becomes
Yeah.
childish.
Communication is key.
Exactly. It becomes childish, but not in that childish where we laughing and having fun. Now it's childish and becoming petty. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Back and forth.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exactly.
Most definitely. Well, you know what, caller? We really appreciate you calling in and sharing with us what your thoughts are on this topic, because like I stated, I was just kind of blown away when it was that me and the co-host were speaking about this particular topic and just in what angles and where we could go with it, because everybody deals with some form of that childish
Exactly.
mate
Different.
throughout your relationship, and like you stated, the accountability. How are you going to turn it around and address it?
Exactly. And then too, you
Yeah.
have to also remember, what works for some people might not work for you. What works for you might not work for other people. However, you and your mate build your relationship, whatever, that it takes to make y'all laugh, or, each other laugh, or, be happy, because I'm telling you that being miserable in a relationship, and one person might be laughing, but the other person don't want to laugh because they might be having issues or something. It's just you got to be able to communicate.
Yeah, I think accountability work together with trust too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Because if
Trust
you're
is the
not
main
accountable
key.
to somebody, you don't trust them.
It's main key.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's key right there. Trust. You gotta have trust.
But how does trust relates to childish? I mean, because I feel like this, you have to gain trust from people. That's just like children. In order for, unless it is that it's actually your child, and if it is that you haven't abused them or something of that nature, and even if you abuse your child, they still, tend to lack onto you, so they trust you. But children don't trust everybody. So that's the same thing, as far as with adults. Can that childish behavior be linked to the fact that that's the reason why it is that they can't trust?
It could be. I mean, like
Ooh, say that
it
again.
depends on the situation and the person, I guess.
Basically, the reason why that person can't trust is because they still have, they still are portraying some of those childish behaviors. So, because
of course, then, yeah, when you put it like that, of course it do link with trust. Because, I mean, childish behaviors can lead you to not trusting someone. Because you're not
even taking
seriously, yeah.
the person you're dealing with, or they feelings, or they thoughts.
Exactly. So most definitely. Carla, what you think about that? Hey, Carla, are you
as
still
far
with
as
us?
accountability?
Well, not.
Yeah, I'm here. As far
she
as
was
as far
saying.
as accountability and trust, it's a fine line, because you got to decide, like, if you're gonna trust this individual to, like, share with them your all in all and just give it to them uncut and dry. But people not ready for that nowadays. They just want to be sugarcoating and just kind of go with the wave and all of that.
That's it.
Church.
Yep.
You gotta be honest 100% with your partner, like, for real.
And the thing about it is that, like you said, everything don't work for everybody. But if you and your partner have a relationship and y'all have a great, have great communication and trust, then yeah, y'all winning. Y'all winning. And childish, like I said, it depends on you and your mate. Childish could be a good thing. Childish could be a bad thing. It's just about you and your mate and the communication and the understanding y'all have.
Yes. Well, we really appreciate the caller for calling in. That was,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah. We gotta love each other and see each other through it all. We gotta love each other and see each other through it all.
That's
but
right.
if you feel it's no trust and you want to be childish and got all the games and stuff, it's time to move on.
Exactly.
Once you realize and understand that, no, it's just time out for it. Because now this day and age and time, because a lot of people got a lot of games and they just want to speak whatever's going to get them to a certain position in your life, in a relationship. You just got to just cut it off, to be honest, because you know what? Yeah. Life's too short to be playing games and have all these trust issues.
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
Exactly.
Y'all need to listen to Marisa. This is the best thing in the world.
And that's so true. We appreciate you, Carla. And hey, if you ever have a topic that you want to talk about, call us. Reach out to us. Let us know. But we definitely appreciate you calling in. Most definitely that.
Do you have like a text message or something where I can like have a topic where I can, like some kind of like website or something where like topics and stuff, like, so we can keep it going?
Most definitely. You can reach out to any of us on our social medias. Miss Mick, you have to give yours in fast.
Because childish behavior in this day and age is inevitable. Because everybody they want to take that to get them to wherever they want to go. Whether it's to deceive you,
that's true.
Or have you have some kind of perception that it's not.
Yeah.
And baby, you got to see through the childish behavior. And okay, I'm
Exactly.
gonna
Yes.
go on this end.
All right now.
Thank you guys for this opportunity to speak my truth.
Thank you. We appreciate you, sweetie.
Love you guys.
Love you
I love
too.
this podcast.
All
Yes.
right. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
All
you.
right. Ciao.
Y'all
Peace.
call in, talk to us. 515-599-1687. This is all our opinions. This is all our opinions, and we respect everybody's opinion. So call in, talk to us. We're going to definitely talk back. Childish behaviors. What's your opinion on that? You might share something with us that, hey, might enlighten or touch somebody. Stop being shy. Call us. Why not say it? This is the place where you can say it.
That's right. Absolutely. 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 Yes. So, I mean, she made some really good points, especially when it comes to that accountability. And that was a part of something that I felt is that, when that child has a hard time trusting, then, they tend to shy away from you. They don't know how to communicate with you and, so on and so forth. So that, stems in that way of communicating, being able to communicate. If you can't really communicate, then there are some childish behaviors that are in the way that's holding you back from being able to communicate properly. So yeah, most definitely. So do you act childish? I'm sorry, not that one. What is the difference between childish and adult relationships?
You say what's the difference in
I
child?
think childish can even be in an adult relationship because that's a part of that character. Whichever like some people are more serious, some people are playful, some people are just happy people. But childish in an adult relationship is that person playing too much, and like I said earlier, it's affecting your mate, and you're not recognizing it, and you carrying on as if it's okay, and it's not. You know what I mean? Because if this person ain't happy and not laughing, and you steady laughing like something funny, something wrong. You know what I mean? And when you're communicating to this person and they not receiving it, they laughing it off and steady continuing on, I feel like that's when that becomes childish behavior in an adult situation. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some adults that they carry on like adults, but then they tend to that childish come out of them. And some people display it more than others.
And even though they don't always have to be laughing while they doing childish acts, but they know that what they're doing is childish, and you know what I'm saying, that's just who they are. And some people feel like what they do is okay because that's them, and change is not nowhere in the picture. Change for what? What I need to change? Ain't nothing wrong with me. But in reality, we all can change on a daily basis. We all can grow. And if you have a mate and things that's bothering your mate, whether it's childish or, whether it's immature, whatever name you want to put on it to make it childish, you need to listen, pay attention, and find a way to figure it out or change the things that you're doing that's childish, that's bothering your mate. Because if you don't feel that you have room to change, that means that, you're not respecting or you don't really care about your mate's feelings. And and childish becomes aggravating. It'll get on your nerves.
Right. That's true.
Because when you steady finding yourself explaining something,
the same
explaining
thing.
something, and you explain it from a point where you want them to understand, because I care about you. I don't want to react off what I'm steady explaining to you. Now it make me fall back because you pushing me away and you don't even see it because you playing too much, or you carrying out in a way where I'm telling you it's affecting me and you don't even see it because you thinking it's okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. That's like ignoring someone's feelings,
Right.
To
But
me,
you
that's
saying you
childish.
love them.
When you don't consider someone else's feelings, it's very childish.
Yeah, because if you love me, you're supposed to pay attention to me.
Exactly.
Right.
You're supposed to pay attention. But like I said earlier, if someone is addressing something that's making them uncomfortable in a relationship, if you're not listening, or paying attention, that's one of the reasons why you not addressing it, because you ain't trying to hear it no way.
Exactly.
You feel me? So I mean, come on
Mm-hmm.
now. We have to not every, but almost a lot of our topics always go back to that person in the mirror. You have to look
Mm-hmm.
at that person in the mirror and know your wrongs to be able to right your wrongs. Because a lot
That's
of
right.
times people feel like they shit don't stink. And you know
Mm-hmm.
damn well all that
Amen.
garbage you done ate, your shit smelling like you dead. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta just hey, be an adult about things that not supposed to be childish, but always keep that laughter and fun and that little childishness in your relationship to keep the spark and stuff like that. But
The childish limitations. That's what
exactly.
it
The
is.
childish limitations, because hey, when what is that saying? When I was it say a little boy, but I just say when I was
a boy, I did
boy
boy
things.
things. When I became a man, I
Hey,
no longer.
you feel me? And that
That's
goes
right.
for men and women. When you was a little girl, you did little girl things. When you became a grown woman, you do grown woman things. And like I
That's right.
said, I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I'd rather be goofy and having fun than be mad and cussing up a storm.
That's right. Yep. Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna share a little bit of this article. I mean, I'm gonna share some of the article that I have read. Relationships are integral part of life, growing up and maturing. Whether they are friendships or relationships, personal interactions have a direct effect on your attitude and views. No two relationships will ever be the same. In fact, every relationship you will have,
It's different.
you have will be different, quite different from one another. This reason alone, it really makes them valuable lessons and experiences. Sure, maybe it didn't work out with one person, but honestly, who cares? That person taught you a valuable lesson you can and will take with you into your next relationship. These instances will only shape your future experiences and make them much better. A shitty relationship may feel like a complete waste of time, but if you look at you, you can learn from it. It really becomes beneficial. How else are you supposed to know what you truly want, what really makes you happy, if you haven't suffered through some bull crap before? Unfortunately, the shitty relationships typically plague our youth, forcing our hormonal crazed selves to figure out what the is going on. Sadly, we don't seem to know what's going on until we hit a breaking point, and it's too late then. It's probably because for this reason we tend to be more cautious heading into adulthood. So we tend to lean more towards our childish side. We aren't as quick to give our hearts away, and we aren't as rash to jump into a relationship just for the sake of being in one. We value ourselves and our time, and we know that anything worth having at all is worth waiting for. Ain't that what?
All
Ain't that
right
what
now.
was they say?
Yes. Hold on. We got another caller, Miss Mink.
Okay.
Call from
Hello, caller. You on the line?
I'm on the line once again. I'm back.
Hey, now, what's going on, honey?
Hey, I heard her say something about shitty relationships.
Yes, yes, yes.
And toxicity. Yes, toxicity. Because, baby.
Come on, girl. Go on and give it to us,
Let
then.
me tell you something. Toxicity breeds toxicity.
Yes.
Yes, because, hey, it loves that. It loves that. It breeds itself.
Yep.
Yes.
Toxicity is a part of
Baby,
that
I
childish
don't like
behavior too,
toxicity
caller.
because let me tell you something. It will drive you in the ground. It will drive you insane.
If you let it, yep. You definitely right about that. If you let it, it definitely will. And
Yes,
that's
if you
another
let
that's
it. That's the
another
key.
form of
If you let it.
childishness. Yes, it is. It definitely is. But like I said, Childishness is not always a
And
bad
you know
thing.
what? It is developed in the childhood too. Because you know what? If you don't let go of them skeletons in the closet, they will come back to haunt you.
And they will. And they always come back to haunt you at the worst time when your relationship is at its all-time high and doing real good. And then them skeletons come back to haunt you. So I just feel like, if you go into a relationship being open and honest, then you and communicating, you won't have to have that problem. That's about learning your mate. So. But Carla, it sounds like you having a party in the back, Jack, and we about to.
Yes, I am. I'm playing cards, but at the same time, I'm thinking. I'm thinking because the situation is gonna always breed that.
Yeah, definitely.
And you wonder why you go through the same situations and the same circumstances.
Because people don't, they don't come up with their solutions and solve their own problems. So it carries on. Those are like generational curses. They just keep going and going and going and going until somebody release that. And
so if you don't get over your past hurt and the past situations, it's gonna reoccur in your life.
Most definitely. So in order to get a different change, you got to do something different. So, Carla, we definitely appreciate you once again for calling in, honey. You enjoy that party you having, and call us back. We got another call.
All right. Ciao.
Hello, caller.
Call from
Talk to us. We'll talk back. Hello, caller.
Well, hello, loving.
What's happening?
Stop with your childish ways.
Oh, man, let me get a shot too, baby.
Put your childish ways down.
Let me get a shot too, baby.
Why not say
when I became a grown woman, I put my childish ways down.
Oh, real down, all the way down. You put them all the way down. You been grown since a little girl. You been Aunt Ruby twin since a little girl. What you talking about?
You was grown at 5.
You was grown in Pine Line.
Put it down.
Oh,
we ain't playing with your grown childish ass people. Put it down.
All the way down.
All right now, caller. We
you know what you're
appreciate
doing
you,
when you're doing what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing.
And on that note, baby, you know
and
exactly what you're doing.
doing what you're doing.
All right.
So Carla, tell us what advice you got for these childish behaviors.
What I just said.
We need
and
more.
Put it down.
Put it down. We're going to leave with that note. We appreciate you for calling in, caller. We love you long time. Until the next time. Peace out.
Until the next time, I love y'all.
We love you too, baby. See, that's all we say.
Put it down.
Put it down.
And tell us what you want to hear,
Hey, talk to us. We definitely going to talk back to y'all. If y'all got something y'all want to talk about, Why Not Say It is the place to be, baby. I'm trying to tell you. Why not say it? The name speaks for itself. But hey, we had a great show. The topic of childish behavior. We appreciate all of our callers. We appreciate the ones that tuned in but didn't call in, maybe wanted to. Don't be shy. You ain't got to tell your real name. You can call anonymous. We just want to know your opinion. It might help somebody out. We'll see you all again next Friday, same time. Love y'all. Be safe.
You got something you want to tell us?
Miss Meek, you want to take it out?
So I'm gonna leave y'all with maturity is learning to walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace of mind, your self-respect, values, morals, and self-worth. So, hey, if they want to continue to stay in those childlike behaviors, then your peace means everything. You may have to walk away.
Walk away. Amen. All right, now y'all already know how we take it up out of here. Fast lane, moving really slow. We gonna get you there.
Okay. You got a little Janet Jackson in you in the late 80s.
Hey, y'all already know what it is. Fast Lane 747, Miss Mink out of the ATL, and Mrs. Kiwi. We love y'all. Till the next time. Thank y'all. Peace out. Fast Lane.
We had good chemistry. Now you're just another memory. Used to give me positive vibes. Now it's negative energy. Arguing back and forth about bitches that you never see. Besides being my queen bee, thought you was a friend of me. Now every time we speak, it's like you're talking to your enemy. You don't like how I move. I don't like how you think. I'm on the grind all day. You think I'm chasing these freaks? I say I'm in these streets. You think I'm in between some sheets? You call arguing and fighting. I'm trying to make it home in one piece. Walk in the house, Louis Duffel, 100 bands at least. Fuck a mortgage, just give us the power to lease. Told you in the beginning, baby, it's M.O.B. Fuck these hoes, I'm trying to find a wife to make